The most important thing to do when you're first injured at work is to notify your employer that you suffered that injury. Not every injury is abundantly clear to the employer. Obviously, if you get carted out of work in an ambulance, there's a pretty good chance your employer is aware of your injury. But a lot of times injuries come on slowly or you don't realize that you suffered an injury until later in the day. A lot of times people say, oh, I'll be okay, I'll wait a couple of days, it'll get better. But the longer you wait to report that injury, the more likely it is that the insurance company is going to fight you on whether or not to give you compensation. It's important to give notice as soon as possible after an injury. Filing a workers' compensation case is extremely complex. It's not something that you can do well without an attorney. It's important to have a certified workers' compensation specialist who knows the laws of Pennsylvania and is able to advise you regarding what your rights are. Many times people think that they understand the law and they feel as though they're getting all the benefits they're entitled to. But how do you really know? Do you know that your employer is paying you the right amount of workers' compensation benefits? Do you know that the doctors you're seeing, you're allowed to see, or that they're going to be paid for by the insurance company? The only way that you can know that for sure is to have a lawyer. If you don't have a lawyer, you're relying upon the insurance company and the employer for all your information regarding workers' compensation. Those are the two parties who benefit the most from you knowing the least. It's important to have a lawyer. The insurance company has one. You should have one too. There are many adverse consequences of representing yourself. You can do or not do many things that could result in you being denied benefits. You may think that just using common sense you can get through this, but unfortunately, common sense isn't going to get you through this. You need to know the laws. You need to know how the law works and how to protect your rights. And the best way to do that is to have competent representation. People are often concerned about what it's going to cost to have a workers' compensation attorney. The good news is I work on a contingent fee basis. My fee is contingent upon me recovering benefits for you. If you're in a situation where you've been denied workers' compensation and I'm able to get you benefits, I receive 20% of those benefits. If you're already receiving benefits and I determine that the insurance company is paying you the correct amount of money, there is no fee. It doesn't cost you anything. If down the road the insurance company challenges your right to benefits and I'm successful in defeating that challenge, at that point in time, I would be entitled to 20% of your weekly workers' compensation benefit. But that's only if the insurance company challenges your right to benefits. That doesn't happen all the time, and hopefully for you it won't. Another way that I get paid is if I'm successful in negotiating a lump sum settlement where you give up your rights to benefits in the future in exchange for a lump sum of money now. In that case, I would be entitled to 20% of whatever the settlement is. But that's a figure that both you and I will work out together, and ultimately, you will be the one who makes that decision. Having an attorney can reduce the stress associated with your work injury so that you can devote your time to getting better and hopefully getting back to work. Please contact me, Norristown, Pennsylvania Workers' Compensation Attorney James V. Monahan at 610-275-5800.